Hey everybody, it is time for social studies today, and we are learning about the Spanish missions that are in Texas. So we're going to start off with the when, the where, the why, and then I have a little anchor chart and what I've been looking forward to all week. I'm going to post a virtual field trip of a Spanish mission trip in Texas. So, Spanish missions in Texas. When did this happen? So they were built between the years of 1600 and 1820. So remember I talked about Coronado and De Vaca yesterday, right? Well, when they came over and when other explorers came over, they made these things called Spanish missions. That was one of the things. Remember the reasons that the Europeans came and explored North America and Texas and the United States is because they wanted gold, they wanted to get rich, they wanted God, they wanted to spread their religion, and they wanted glory. So Spanish missions was part of the God one. They established these missions to spread their religion, to spread their beliefs. So where did they set up these Spanish missions? So they were built in Texas, so like El Paso and East Texas and in San Antonio. So if you see this little map of Texas right here, those little missions, those little squares, there we go. Those squares are some missions that were in Texas. So why did they establish these Spanish missions? Well, because the Spanish believed that the missions would give them stronger claim over the land. So when LaSalle tried to start these French colonies, the Spanish felt they needed to get control back over the land, and the missions were one way to do that. So they wanted control. They wanted that glory. They wanted to have claim over the land. They wanted to say, this land is mine. So they also thought that this was a great way to spread Catholicism to the New World. So the Spanish, they wanted to convert all of the Native Americans that lived there. Remember, we talked about the Native American tribes. So they lived in this New World. And the Europeans, when they decided to come over, they wanted to convert the Native Americans to Catholicism and make them Spanish citizens. This would help them claim the land as their own. They were like, hey, Native Americans, you're going to believe and you're going to do what I do. Here's this Spanish mission. Let's get you started. So this is a mission in San Jose. This is Mission San Jose in San Miguel de Aguayo, or just Mission San Jose for short. It's located in San Antonio. So these are some actual pictures of the Mission San Jose that is in San Antonio. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so I'm going to go over. Okay, so now that you kind of know what a Spanish mission is, I'm kind of going to go over like what is it, who lived in the mission, like what's going on. Spanish mission, I don't understand. So a Spanish mission was paid for by the Spanish government. So here we are. Spain is over here. They're paying for these Spanish missions. They were built to spread Christianity to the Native Americans. So there in these Spanish missions, there were sanctuaries, there were workshops, there were farms, and there were ranches. They were trying to get control back over the land. So who lived in the missionary or in the mission? Missionaries who were responsible for religious activities. So things that they do to spread their beliefs. They're in that mission. You can see that picture right there. That's just an example. Spanish military soldiers lived in the mission. Native Americans who did the majority of the work, they were also sometimes held against their will by the Spanish. The Spanish wanted so bad to control North America. They wanted so bad to control the United States and Texas that they established these religions to just push their beliefs off on all of the Native Americans, and they wanted to convert them to Catholicism. And so these Native Americans were sometimes held against their will. They didn't want to be in the Spanish mission. Some of them did, but some of them didn't. So they were held against their will by the Spanish in that Spanish mission. Those Native Americans did the majority of the work in the Spanish mission. They tended to the farms. They tended to the ranches. So all of the Texas missions were built along the river. And you're wondering, well, why did they build them along the river? So the river gave them water. Duh. for drinking, farming, ranching, and also for energy, for the mills, if you've ever seen a mill, and for the workshops. So some missions that are in San Antonio, that's just a few hours from us. There's San Antonio De Valero, and that's the Alamo, which we'll talk about. There's San Jose. There's San Juan Capistrano, that's just known as San Juan. There's Concepcion, and there's San Francisco de la Espada, and they just call that one Espada for short. Okay, so what you're going to do is, now that I told you kind of what a mission is, you are going to go on to the video down below, and it is a virtual field trip of some missions, some Spanish missions that are in San Antonio. It's about 5 minutes. It's going to show you what they look like in real time. This guy, he's called the Day Tripper. He's going to walk around. He's going to show it to you. He's going to explain some stuff to you. So that is your assignment for today. You don't have to submit anything. You're just going to go through this virtual field trip, and you're going to look at these Spanish missions in real life. So cool that they're still there and we still get to see them. I think that is so fascinating and so very cool. All right, you guys, you have fun with your virtual field trip. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've learned about some Spanish missions and you're excited to learn more about the Spanish missions. Tomorrow, we're going to actually talk about life in the Spanish missions now that you know what I'm talking about. All right, bye.